Greetings and thanks for dropping by for the latest edition of Mentor Mike's Market Movie. Today is Tuesday, April 24, 2012. And we're following up with the techniques that we talked about on Saturday in the webinar, including the Ken Roberts 1, 2, 3 tops and bottoms. And if you take a look at the static chart of today's trades, you'll see that the numbers on there are not Elliott wave counts. They're actually my attempt to show you the 1, 2, 3 tops and bottoms created by the highs and lows that we can determine from our Donchian channel. So many of my students have complained about Elliott wave. They think it's overly complicated, and indeed it is. And it took me a long time to I won't say master it, but to get better at its use. But this is a technique that is much simpler. You only have to count to 3, and it doesn't really matter that much whether you're talking about impulse waves or corrective waves. All you need is a high or a low, and it seems to work very consistently. So let's get started, and we'll see how today shapes up. Before we even start the data feed, however, I'm going to mark this high right here because it does appear to meet our criteria. We're touching the upper Donchian channel. The MACD makes it look like a high, plus we have some bearish divergence here. And our stochastics both peaked at the same point and started down from there. So if this is the high and we're moving lower from there to a low, then this is probably our number 1 point, number 2 point, and we're in the process of making the number 3 point now. So we're going to be looking for an opportunity to get short. All right, let's start the data. We'll crank it up to 50 times normal speed. Now, the market headed down, but notice that we didn't get very close to a crossover in the MACD, and our longer-term stochastic didn't head down either. We want to have get them involved in this. Now is when we want to go. We've got the crossover, we've got the faster stochastic coming out below the slower stochastic. That's what we want to see. And let's draw our arrow before we start the data. Well, it looks like we're going to have one more pop up here before it's going to go down. There we go. All right. Now this is a nice long sell-off. It would have been good to have 3 targets on this one. Okay. We have bottomed out here, and we've got both stochastics curving up here. Good chance that this is a low. Let's mark it. And let's mark the arrow before we get started. Go long and hit the data. Beautiful. All right, we flipped the parabolic. We got a little bit of a hook on both the MACD and the stochastic. The slower stochastic is clearly rising, so let's get long again. First we'll draw the arrow. That's how it's done. All right, let's see if we can pick another one up here. I had a student while this was happening in real time this morning, and I didn't get a chance to take this one, but I think it's going to work. Again, look at how our white moving average is still moving up, and we're a long way away from the parabolic. That's what's being mimicked down here with the slower stochastic. So stopped out. I'm going to get back in though. There we go. Okay, now there's a good chance that this is our high. We've got a crossover on the MACD, and that tends to be pretty solid. So actually, maybe we better wait because we don't have the crossover here, and that stochastic means a lot. This could waver a little bit, so I'm going to hang on for just a few more seconds and see. We want this to be, oh yeah. See, it's really not until the faster stochastic dips below the midpoint there that we have a true shot at things. This is looking much better. We got the crossover, second try, price went higher, MACD did not, so we've got divergence now. Another bearish crossover, and we've got this thing definitely looking bearish, and there's a little white coming out of the yellow there. So now is our chance to get short. And we'll draw the arrow. There we go. So there's our high. And now we're on our way to a low. Looks like we've already got a 1, 2, 3, and we're heading lower. Notice how the price is just kind of moving sideways along the long-term moving average here, but now it's finally starting to sell off. So Got it. All right, now notice that once again our stochastics have bottomed out together and are both turning up. Strong likelihood that this thing's going to rise. So let's mark the low and the arrow and get long and start the data. Looking good. Okay, well, we'll look for this to turn around and we'll get another shot at going higher. It's starting to rise and we got a little bit of a curve there, so I don't want it to run away from us. Okay, stopped out. Might get another bite of the apple here. Like right there. There we go. And we've run out the clock. So we got $1,450. That's always kind of our ballpark for these three contracts. And let's see the number of actual trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-0, 1450. Thanks for dropping by. Come see us again tomorrow.